How's everybody doing today? Huh? Did you get a new mic, Baron? Well, okay. Alright, letting everybody in here. I'm going to be starting my broadcast room here. Broadcasting the race for y'all tonight. Always. Always miss you. Hanging in there, Guntar. How you been? It's good. Alright. Is that everybody in here, Kip? Daz, how you doing? How's everybody doing tonight? Just fine, Rita. What's your new YouTube channel, Rita? Alright, well, yeah, you'd have heard it. That he wouldn't have been muted then. He's not online. Uh, I I invited him in. He's just not online. We just have him not qualify. Oh, you mean it? You mean at the end of the day? I got you. Yeah, I got you. All right. Well, this is the Hall of Fame 400. We usually do our induction into the Hall of Fame every Hall of Fame 400 pre-race. So many people in the Hall of Fame so far. See if I can pull up a little list here. I know JB Stig, myself, Carlin, obviously a Walkie 96. I think Kip's in the Hall of Fame. Colio. Tony Moose got in there. Yeah, a lot of good people in the Hall of Fame already. And today we're going to add one more. The Queen of the IndyCar Series getting into the Hall of Fame. Rita St. James. Yep. Put her name on the wall next to everybody else. It's been a pleasure racing with you, Rita, and you've whooped our butts a bunch of times, so we'll put you in the Hall of Fame here. Yep. And hopefully you have good luck with your future endeavors. It's going to be a shame not racing against you every week. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Those that have been over there know that. I understand some people don't have the means to get there, but you know, hopefully you guys have something good going on here. Yeah, and you race all the regular lobbies, and you make friends every day. Yeah, we're getting everything sorted out. We've been talking, should be like first of the year, get our season rolling over there, season 27. All right, O'Brien's here. What are you doing, O'Brien? Did you throw your mic at the TV too? One minute too late. No. Yep. You're Hall of Famer.
We've had some really good scraps. We've had some spectacular crashes at the same time, you know. Johnny, thank you for taking me on your team at the beginning.
Yep.
we had a good time there. Got my first win. You know, at the beginning I was more of a roadblock than anything else. You know, and in this season, in this series, I still am. Um, so thank you, Johnny, for taking me on. Thank you, Carlin, for poaching me from Johnny. I spent the last 5 seasons with Carlin, and he's helped me. And I've got a few more wins and 2 IndyCar championships and a Formula One championship, which I'm surprised that I ever got. You know, so just like to thank him. Remy, thank you for helping me on the testing, and Twindy for the amount of times I spent in a session with him as well, just going round and round and round and round. You know. But yes, it's been a great 10 seasons here, you know, and it's been fun because of you drivers, you know, and I say thank you to all of you, and take care wherever you go, whether you stay here or go to iRacing, but don't forget, enjoy it all and have fun. Thanks, JB.
Yep, that's all we're here to have fun, Rita. Well said. Yep. Well, I think we're all here ready to have a little bit more fun. I don't have to explain the rules to any of you people. So what are we waiting for? Stick your thumbs up in the air. 163 laps. So we are going to have 5 flags in the first half. And we are going to have 5 flags in the second half. 10 total. I'll invite you up into the booth there, Kip. Yeah, I'd have him mowing too. Whoa. Whoa. Yeah, we do that. That's we'll all we'll all get out there and we'll all get out there on the first lap before we make our mandatory pit stop here, and we'll do a couple of donuts. Everybody can have a little fun on the back straight before we make our final adjustments. Waiting on Silver and Hossack. No. No. I'm not part of the team chat anymore. Yeah, you want to run stable. You don't need me to tell you that. Yeah, he's talking about you, Baron. Yeah, driving for myself. That was awesome. Oh, that's before I stole you over. All right, guys, rolling to qualifying here. Good luck, everybody. I'm gonna jump over into my broadcast room here, and I'll be back right after qualifying's done. Alright, everybody, this is our SCL Hall of Fame 400, the Swan Song for Project Cars 2, as we make our transition over to iRacing at the end of this season, and this is the last race of the season, so here we are. Have these guys go out and qualify. Pretty good field tonight. 12 drivers, I believe. 12 drivers racing. Kip's going to do a starting park, so that's going to make 11 battling it out here for the win. As we have our group qualifying. A couple drivers on track real quick here. Guntar, newly inducted into the Hall of Fame here. Rita St. James. Daz has made it out onto the track in the 29 car. And these guys are hauling ass around the track here. Silver Bullet's making it out in his 16 for JME Motorsport, or Benson Speed Equipment. Callie Vital's out here too for Dana Moore's. That 27 car. They're all coming in, making their pit stop and getting their qualifying pressures put in. There's Hossack running the throwback 24 scheme that he won his first championship in it for BSC. That's the Apex Motorsports number 24 Air Bubbles car. He's getting his pit work done. They're out there changing them tires. Fries and corn tires. And Hossack's one of the drivers that's going to run over to iRacing with us. Keep his championship winning ways alive. Same with Baron von Stosch. He's already over there in iRacing. As they all blast out, it looks like Guntar's leading this pack right here. He's going to be the shit and duck, as they say, in the Brewster's mobile, or Green Mountain. Hossack's making a real high line through that corner, trying to get a good run down the straightaway here. We'll see what he can do here, as there's about 2 minutes 40 seconds remaining in the session. Preliminary time on the board. Rita St. James, she's probably not done any pressures, just out there making laps, trying to get some good laps in. She's right behind this pack. I don't think she's going to get any pull off of that draft. Alright, there's Hossack. He's made his first lap around here. Right now our leader is Baron von Stosch, right up behind Guntar. Right up behind Guntar. Haas is going to be second. Guntar just kind of slid up a little bit through 1 and 2. Got pushed out of the way. He's going to try and make a lap behind Baron, see if he can get a good run at it here this next lap. He's going to throw it away this one. And Hossack's gaining on both of them, which could be bad news for the field. Let's see what Hossack can do here. I believe this is going to be a pretty quick lap for old Haas. Put him on the top right there with a 28. 29.45. First driver to break into that 28-second bracket, as Barron has a 29 flat. We'll see what Guntar can do here. Coming down the back straightaway here, trying to make his fast lap. Gets a little bit loose coming into 3, but still looking good. I don't know if it's going to be enough to catch Hossack's time. He is all kinds of loose coming off of that corner, trying to make it work. Improves his time a little bit up into 4th. Not good enough for the pole yet, as these cars are getting lighter, burning more fuel. And Hossack, I believe he might have improved his time a little bit that lap. He is trying to see what he can do here, catching both of these cars, getting a hell of a draft. And coming to the line, this is going to be probably your pole right here. Hossack getting that time. Kelly Vitale all by himself has pulled up into 2nd with a 28.96. That's the fastest car of the field right there if he didn't get any help from that draft. That's your pole winner so far. He's making a move under Guntar, trying to improve his time a little bit more, which he might doing that move around Guntar. Still getting that pull. Not any quicker. Baron von Stosch kills it at the line. Still running that 29.0. And all these cars know they're not going to be able to make another lap. They are done. Hossack with a pole. And that is your starting order. There's your starting order for tonight's SCL 400. Hossack on the pole with a time of 28.760. Callie Cash with a very nice run with a 28.960. Baron von Stosch with 29 flat. And that's your top 3. And then we have Guntar, O'Brien making a good run at it in the apex. Daz, Remy, Silver Bullet making a decent lap for him. Rita St. James, Rockabilly Outlaw, and Muttley rounding out the field tonight. Nice job, Hossack, winning the pole in that 24 car. Yep. Yep, the old throwback scheme. The throwback race. Alright, we'll get everybody readied up here. You got a minute left. If you haven't readied up, you haven't started your stream, broadcast this final race of the SCL on Project Cars 2. Go ahead and do that. I'm currently broadcasting the race as we speak here. Hopefully it's coming through loud and clear to everybody. Yep, should be a good one. We're all going to take our salute on the back straight. Yep, should be a good one. We're all going to take our... Rockabilly. Hate for you to miss this last race here. I guess I should hit ready too, huh? Alright guys, rolling around here, making our victory lap as it is for the SCL. We're letting Rita get out front here. We're all going to get on the back stretch and do a little bit of a burnout. Motley, how you doing? Alright, that's one way to start it off, guys. Alright, we'll all come to a stop here when we get straightened out on the back straightaway. I should be broadcasting this from the camera, but I can't pass up an opportunity to have a little fun with you guys one last time. Alright, let Rita get to the front here. And fire it up. Let's go. Come on. Woo! No, Remy. Yeah, this looks more like a demolition derby. You guys sure we're not on Wreckfest? I'm just rolling around hitting everybody. Yeah. I think I blew up. I'm stuck. I don't know what gear I'm in. Oh, I'm in 4th. There we go. All right, y'all, we do have a race to do here. Hey, Rita. All right, guys, roll in, make your strategy stop here. I'm going to retire and monitor y'all and jump up into the booth. I've invited you to the booth here, Kip, so whenever you're ready, you can roll on in there, stroll on up to the booth. Yeah. Alrighty. Good luck, everybody. I'll be checking in from time to time, and good luck. Have a good race here. Alright, so there you go. These teams are coming in, making their strategy stop, where they can adjust their tire pressure, fill it full of fuel to make a good run. And see us out here in the SCL. There's our pole winner, the Wheeler. Appropriate name on the top of his windshield there for Hossack's 24. The Wheel Man. And here's the 29 of Daz rolling up. Everybody's getting in back into their position. We have Rita St. James making her victory lap. And everybody's giving her a little love there. And she leads the field down the back straightaway. A little sad to see everybody go here, but hopefully a lot of you guys will come and either race with us or race with Rita. Rita and Remy starting their new and they all got muttlied. Oh, that was great. Alright, he probably shouldn't have done that because he screwed up some tires now, especially for Guntar, who's probably not too happy with him. We're going to get double filed up here. Rita's going to roll back into her position. As we all get double file, ready to start this thing. Rita's pulling down to the inside, getting out of the way. Back to her position. And everybody's getting double file, ready to start this race. The SCL Hall of Fame 400. I'd be surprised, interested to see what Callie can do here. I think he might have the fastest car if he qualified alone without the draft. Had a very good time into the 28-second bracket by himself. Now, I may be wrong about that. I didn't watch the lap, but it looked like a very quick lap. And I didn't see anybody around him. So, everybody's getting in their double file formation here, ready to throw the green flag. Should be a good one. As the field's getting caught up. Looking a little ragged right now. I don't know if I'd throw the flag on myself. They're getting closer and closer. Ready to make the start of this race at the start-finish line. Looking good now in formation. And they are off for the final time here in the Project Cars 2 era of the SCL. Muttley's crashed already by himself. Looks like a relatively clean start by everybody else. Rockabilly's fall back a little bit there. There's Callie getting passed by Barron and making the pass back on the outside and see if he can make something stick here. These guys are battling for second, and Hossek's already pulling out to a good lead. Oh, Kelly hits the wall just a little bit there. Nudges it. Falls back behind Guntar with O'Brien on his tail. As they try and make something happen. Silver Bullet's up into the fence there, going through 1 and 2. He drops back to 10th position out of the draft. But these front 5 cars are pulling away, and they're making a hell of a run at it here. Callie's making a run on the outside. Oh, we've got a wreck. We've got a wreck. Rita and Remy got together, crashed into the infield. Remy's backwards, and that's going to be our first caution of the event. Yellow flag is out. Field slowing down from its blistering pace. Rita and Remy, the two heads of the IRL, getting together on the opening laps of the Hall of Fame 400. Just got hooked together, and there's nothing they could do about it. Slid down to the inside wall and had a big crash. They made more than one lap, so pit road's going to be open. Nice little start there. Hossack was pulling away to a little bit of a lead over these other guys, and they were all battling. The top 5 was really close. Looks like O'Brien must have got messed up a little bit, maybe into the fence, because he's fallen back a couple spots here behind Silver Bullet and Daz. Everybody's coming down. Pit road speed down the back straightaway here. Seeing what they can do. See if anybody makes pit stop here. It's really early to be doing that, but we'll see what happens. As looks like almost everybody is pulling off. Muttley's the first taker, and the 2 wreckers here of Remy and Rita also making pit stops. We'll watch Remy's crew go to work here as they put fuel in the car. Not making any tire changes. Not adjusting the pressure at all. Nowhere. Fills it up with fuel, and he's ready to go. There he goes, pulling out of pit road. Getting back onto the racetrack and regaining the field. Rita's making her pull out of the pits here in the Bubble Fresh car. And she will rejoin the field as they are getting ready to go back to green here. Field is in 3 and 4. Don't know that they're going to be able to make the start this time. They're going to go one more lap around here as Rita has not made it back up to the field yet. And I think it's just going to be too close for her to get there. But she is there. And they are green. Just barely in time to get there. Let's keep an eye on Muttley here. He might be getting some more action in the back. Right now, Haas is back in the lead, holding strong. Barron second, Guntar third. Callie trying to make another run on the outside to no avail. Those four have broken away from the rest of the pack as Daz, O'Brien, and Silver Bullet make up that second pack. Ooh, we might have got up into the wall there for Baron von Stosch. Looks like Silver Bullet's in the fence again. Oh, and he comes down. There might have been a wreck in the back as he got into... No, I think Silver Bullet was by himself there. I think he came down into Remy, but they didn't make sizable contact. Nobody wrecked as these front four are starting to pull away, keep their draft together. Daz is on the outside looking in there for the draft, trying to get up to him. We'll go ahead and ride on board with Daz here. That's his view from the helmet cam. Just a little bit outside. We'll roll up to Callie. Get our chase cam view here as they all get down into turn 1 and 2. Barron got very sideways there on the apron, regains control of it, and lives to fight another lap here as the moon is out over Texas Motor Speedway in their swan song race here for the SCL. A little bit of a bittersweet ending to our console league, but start of new things here on the iRacing platform. Looks like everybody's trying to get under Guntar here. Baron von Stosch pulled through, opened the door. Whoa, that was close. Kelly tried to follow him through. Guntar saw that he was still clear and closed the door. As Kelly's trying to make another move on the outside. He's liking that outside line. As these top four are really pulling away from Daz. Let's see where Daz is on the back here. Just on the outside looking in. These guys start racing real hard. Daz is going to catch right up to him. He's making very good time, and he is inside the window to start catching draft here. As Hosek start to pull away as these guys tussle for second. Getting closer to him. Baron von Stosch getting sideways going into the corner. That's going to hurt his time. Oh, we had... As that was kind of a wild ride we just took with him. But he has regained control of it. Oh, maybe not. He hits the wall. Guntar hits the wall. Kelly slides to the inside. Tries to hold on to it here. Whoa, he slides through 1 and 2. That's a bad lap for Callie here. Falls all the way back to 6th spot. As he tries to regain his composure here and go on to fight some more in that Danamore car. Daz and O'Brien are battling for 4th spot here as the top 3 are pulled away. Guntar got a little piece of that too, I believe, and he has fallen out of the clutches of the leaders here. We'll ride along with Baron von Stosch. as he is still within striking distance of Hossack, but he has a very loose race car underneath him. We've seen him get sideways on many occasions here on the apron in 1 and 2. Maybe he's calmed down a little bit. He doesn't have anybody to race around him. Still cutting her sideways, just rolling through that corner. Looking good as he tries to hold on to the draft of the leader here, going down the back straightaway. We've got somebody in pit lane here, Rockabilly Outlaw, making a pit stop. Getting some... don't really know what he did there. Might have topped up on fuel. There's no reason to make a pit stop. Muttley and Rita crash. You saw it live here. And that is going to be a caution. Muttley and Rita getting together with a big wreck. But neither one of those cars spun. Green flag looks like it appears to be still out here, as Hossack is catching up to the tail end of the field here with Silver Bullet. Silver's going to give him the bottom and slide up into the fence. As he rides the fence, both of first and second place have gone around him. And there's third place coming up behind him too, with fourth place O'Brien behind that. He's just trying to probably just stay out of the way, not to mess these guys' races up too bad. But he's kind of in the way on the front straightaway here, going through the quad oval. As I'm probably going to tag the fence again here. No, he gets out of it enough not to tag the fence. Kelly is starting to look under Daz, as you can see here. Kelly not really anywhere to go. Daz slides up just a little bit and Kelly's going to take it as he starts to make his charge back up to the front here. Like I said, he's probably got the fastest, if not the second fastest car on the track right now. And old Michael Hossack is catching more lap traffic as he rolls up on Muttley in 9th place, about to put him a lap down. In the opening stages of this event, Muttley slides high. Hossack takes the bottom, makes the pass on him, and he pulls down in front of Barron. Blocks the second place driver. Barron's trying to make a move down inside of him here, as Muttley gets up into the fence and slows back down. We'll get inside the car here to see his mirror. Nobody's coming at the moment, as Guntar is over 3 seconds back, and they are battling for that third position. Guntar gets into the fence. O'Brien slides through. Kelly is underneath him. Remy was stopped in the middle of the track there. I don't know how they missed him. Oh, we've got a wreck here, as O'Brien and Kelly get together. Silver Bullet is backwards. I don't know if he got involved with S2 and Remy. The leaders are still trucking, so no caution has been called. Looks like those might have all been single car incidents. As we ride along with Daz here, we'll roll over to the chase cam. Muttley's up in the fence again, coming off a 2. Ooh, almost gets down into our 4th place competitor of Daz. Muttley's not having a good day of it. Neither is Silver. Remy had a big issue there and got spun backwards. There's Rockabilly in front of him, not having the best of days. Callie is making a pit stop, an unscheduled pit stop, I believe. Let's see what happens here. I don't know why he's doing that, as Silver Bullet and Rockabilly roll around him here, filling it full of fuel, as Hossack's still leading the way. That's a pretty sizable lead over Barron, pulling out to a second lead.
Read this.
As he is back behind Rita St. James. She is in the middle of 1 and 2, first and second. Rita St. James is holding pretty good speed right now. There's more lap traffic coming up as they're about to catch Rock and Silver Bullet. Looks like Barron's going to try and make a move on Rita here coming out of 2. Gets down below her, pulls alongside her, door handle rolling into turn 3. Passes Rita out of 3. Makes the move. He is within a second of Barron, so he should be able to catch up to him here. As they roll down into 1, he gets a little sideways, slides up the track as Rockabilly Outlaw is getting passed by Hossack 24. And Silver Bullet is doing a little better than he has in the beginning of this race here. Slides up a little bit, as you can see Silver up there. Rockabilly in the fence. Silver's getting passed by Hossack down the front straightaway. Barron's just trying to make his way through this lap traffic too, but he has lost over half a second there battling this lap traffic, and Hossack is starting to pull away and make this his race. We'll see how Barron gets around Silver Bullet in the 16, makes it nicely around him. Right now there's your leader. Hossack out in front with his 10 in the wind, making a good lap, and he's pulling away. We see Silver Bullet and Rockabilly Outlaw in the fence in 1 and 2. You kind of get up too close there and you'll get sucked into it. You can't get off. As Guntar passes him, Guntar is still in 3rd place for a very respectable effort for the Green Mountain driver. Rockabilly sliding through the grass here on the front straightaway. Tries to regain composure, hits the wall, up into it. O'Brien is going to try and make a pass on him here. O'Brien goes high and gets around Rockabilly. The rolling roadblock here as it has come to be. Looks like our leader's gotten around S2N Remy. And Baron von Stosch is going to try and get around him also. Leader's having a little trouble with lap traffic today. Still a 2.5 seconds behind the leader here for Baron von Stosch. He's out of the draft at this point. Don't know if he's going to be able to catch up to him. We will see what happens. Hossack rolls down into 1 and 2, pulls out of the way there. You can't even see him on the camera for Baron. He has a pretty sizable lead there over Baron von Stosch. And Guntar is 6 seconds back from the leader here as he makes his way through lap traffic. Daz is about 9 seconds in 4th, and O'Brien's rounding out your top 5. He is 12 seconds back from the leader and slowly fading in this event. Rita St. James holding a respectable 6th place, our newly inducted Hall of Fame member. As they roll down the back straightaways, you can see all the burnout marks. Let's take a look at some of our back markers here. We've got Muttley rolling up into 7th place. Not a bad spot for Muttley, as he's dodged some of these issues here. He is about ready to put a lap on Silver Bullet here if he can. Silver's in the fence, Muttley's down low. This could be an issue, and they are clear of that matter. As the next car to reach those guys is Rockabilly Outlaw, stopped in the infield there. And he has pulled off a retiree. First retiree of the event is going to be Rockabilly Outlaw, throwing in the towel here after 35 laps or so. Hossack's still out in front with almost a 2-second lead over Baron von Stosch right now. He's holding a pretty wheel, just making as many laps as he can. I think he's probably going to be a force to be reckoned with once we get over to our new home on iRacing. Here's Guntar. He's about to catch the new leaders of the International Sim Racers League, Remy and Rita St. James, as they are kind of battling it out here. Remy's an extra lap down behind Rita. I believe Rita's a lap down. I think O'Brien might be the last car on the lead lap here. As yes, it appears he is. 5 cars on the lead lap at this point. Hossack's just kind of running away with it at this point. Barron's doing all he can to catch him, but I'm not sure if that's going to be possible without a banana. We'll take a look at Guntar here as he tries to pass a couple of these lap traffic cars. Guntar has a very respectable race here in 3rd position in that number 63 Brewster's Ford. Very good looking car as he tries to get around some of this lap traffic here of Rita and Remy. Rita hits the wall. Remy slides down to the inside. Oh, neither of them having the best of days here. And they are side by side, kind of, Guntar doesn't know where to go at this point. They almost touch. Remy slides high. Rita hits the apron. Guntar and Remy hit. Remy spins out. Believe that it was all solo. Just the air pushing them around. I don't know if they ever made contact here. And caution is out from that incident right there. He saw it live. Caution is out. Pits are going to be closed here. And we have our 2nd caution of the event on lap 40. That is what Barron was looking for here. Along with Guntar, had a hairy situation there with that lap traffic. As Remy and Rita started that one, and everybody else got caught up into it, giving their tires a little chance to cool down here. Probably all of these cars will be coming in and making their pit stop, filling up with fuel. Callie is going to be trying to get his lap back here and be a wave around car, along with a silver bulletin. Rita's going to try and make one of those laps back up also. Rita, Remy, Muttley, Callie, Silver all getting laps back. I believe that will put Muttley and Rita back on the lead lap. Callie will be 1 down with Remy 1 down, as all of the leaders are pulling into the pits. Very crowded place. Oh, we have some fatalities. We have wrecks. Everything's going on here. Alright, these cars are all getting their full tank of fuel. I don't see any of these cars making tire changes at this point. Signs are up, waiting to roll here. This is your leader, Hossack, as he tries to pull out of the pits and get a good run. Baron von Stosch gets out and is not going to beat him off of pit lane. Daz is going to get out of pit lane before O'Brien and Guntar. Guntar losing 2 spots in the pits to O'Brien and Daz. Daz rolls into that 3rd position to see what he can do with these 2 leaders.
Isn't that the same thing as that orange stuff you can buy at the dollar store? No.
Alright, we got Hossack up front here. Barron 2nd. Dez is rolling into a 3rd spot with O'Brien and Guntar rolling out your top 5. Rita St. James is back on the lead lap also. With Muttley back on lead lap, Kelly's going to be your first car lap down as they go green. As we ride along with Muttley, he spins out and wrecks. Typical Muttley fashion. Watch these cars back here as we have a battle for the lead. Baron von Stosch is down below Hossack and try and pull this off. Get one over on the multi-time champion here. As we'll watch from Daz's car as they go side by side down into the quad oval. And Baron has the lead. And he has cleared him. As they both go down into one. Hossack's trying to press the issue, but he cannot do anything about it as you have a new leader in the 33 of Baron von Stosch. And Guntar gets around Daz, pulls into third place, see if he can do anything with these leaders while he's still got the chance here. If he can stay in their draft, he might have something for him if they start racing. Daz up into the fence hard. Is Rita St. James in 5th position, very respectable spot, but she is starting to get low on fuel as well and gonna have to do something about it here. She's praying for another caution to try and stay on the lead lap. Rita St. James. This is our battle for the lead. Hossack's looking pretty good, but Baron's got his goat right now, as Baron is your leader going into one. Hossack running that little bit lower line. Baron right up to the fence, but still out in front, as Hossack really doesn't want to make a move that's going to cost both of them here, as Guntar is starting to breathe down their neck a little bit here as we ride along with the Guntar in the 63 car. Oh, as he touches the fence and gets out of control here. That might be his chance to get to the lead. He's still going to keep fighting all he can, but he got a little bit of the fence right there. Could have been a latency issue too. That happens a lot in this game. Silver Bullet pulls down pit lane to fill up his tank, as he took the wave around and he needs to fill up his tank. Daz hard into the wall out of 4. And Rita St. James might be pulling up into 4th spot here. Rita St. James looking low on Daz, making the move, sliding up into the fence, stuck in the fence. Rita had 4th for about a second there. As Callie gets around him also. And we are on board with Guntar, as Hossack's starting to make his move, stick his nose in underneath Baron, and slides up in front of him. New leader of the 24. Baron's making a crossover move coming out of 2. Gets in front of him by a nose, going down into 3 and 4. We'll see if he can hold on to it here. Heated battle for the lead. Hossack is probably not the happiest with Baron. Baron's doing all he can to stay in front of Hossack, and at the meanwhile, for the moment, he is. He knows if Hossack gets out in front again and starts to pull away, that's all she wrote. Baron slides up a little bit, still making a good run at it, trying to get a win here in the Hall of Fame 400. And we will see what he can do. Speaking of Hall of Fame, we should have our good buddy Kip's hauling ass pulling into the booth here. Newly elected vice president of the SCL as we roll into our iRacing. You don't know that yet. Announced it here first. He is going to come up into the booth here and do some commentating with me. Guntar right now is liking this racing going on up front. This battle is helping him catch up, but he is out of the draft. Those guys are drafting, and that is not good for Guntar, as Callie makes a move under Daz, pulls it off. Callie is still 1 lap down. First car 1 lap down. Last car on the lead lap is O'Brien. as Barron still leads. Lap 52. Here's O'Brien trying to get around Rita. That is for position. Closest race on the track right now. We'll see if they get hung up with Remy at all here. Rita slides high into the fence. Easy work for O'Brien. As we get back up into the lead here, Hossack tried to put his nose in, didn't quite have it. We're right along on the roof cam here as Barron slides a little bit high into 1 and 2. Hossack's trying to make a run and it just can't make it work. Has nowhere to go on the former Texas winner. Baron von Stosch doing a good job of holding off Hossack. That's not an easy task here. Hossack rolls low into 1. Starts to slide up. He might have it here. But Barron gets that good run down the backstretch. All that momentum built up and pulls away from him. It's not going to let Hossack get this lead easily as he slides up into turn 3, and Hossack down below again. Not going to have such a good run for Barron coming off of this corner. Barron will lead that lap, but going down into 1 on the outside is not going to be good for the driver and the 33 car as Hossack pulls back into the lead. Barron getting a good run down the back straightaway here. This is a hell of a battle for the lead. These guys are really putting on a show here in the last race of the season, season 26. Barron getting a good run on back down the front straightaway here into the quad oval. Getting on the outside of Hossack, seeing what he can do. Hossack goes low. Barron's going to try and make the crossover here on him. Gets a good run down the back straightaway. Hossack's going to have all that momentum built up on the high side and maintain that lead. Barron sticks his nose in and makes a run on Hossack here. Has the lead for now as they roll into the quad oval here. And we will see going down into turn 1. Barron not super low in the corner here. Pulls into the lead. Hossack gets a little bit of the fence. And a lot more. Our leader Hossack has hit the wall, spun out, and is backwards going down the back straightaway. Huge implications here for this race win as we are still green. He did that all by himself and he is trying to pull back down out of the harm's way of anybody else. Hossack falling back to 6th, last car in the lead lap. And Barron's rolling down the back straightaway. He is over 3/4 of a lap down after that incident. Right now, Barron is sitting pretty. If there's no more yellows, it might be a little tough for Hossack to get up there as fast as Barron's been today. So, huge implications here for our race leader. As those guys were battling for the lead, and I don't know what happened there. Just going into 3, he caught that safer barrier, and it spun him around, got him stuck up in the fence up high in 3, and huge blow as Rita is making her pit stop as she is out of fuel along with Remy. Remy just about out of fuel. Rita was out of fuel as they both come in and make their scheduled service. See, right along with Guntar here. He is about 3 seconds back of our leader, Barron. Kind of an uncontested lead at this point. That puts Kelly Vila still the first car, 1 lap down. Hossack being the last car on the lead lap. As your 5 cars on the lead lap. We'll see if Hossack can get back up here. He really needs a yellow flag to try and make it back into contention for this win. Huge blow for Hossack. Just got a little bit high in 3, going into 3. Caught that safer barrier. And there's nothing he could do about it. He was along for the ride, did a good job of staying up there, letting everybody else pass. as he didn't want to make any more issues, cause any more contact with anybody. Right now, after 62 laps of the event, Baron von Stosch has a pretty sizable lead, 3 seconds over Guntar. And as long as he doesn't make any mistakes here and doesn't have any issues here as far as yellow flags or anything else, he might start to run away with this thing. We are not even halfway in this event yet. Long, grueling 400-kilometer event. But Baron's looking very good as we see Remy sliding off, getting sideways. Ooh, chases it all the way down to the infield. Maintains control. Must be hard to drive that car without a steering wheel. As he's letting everybody pass him here after that incident. We look at Haas, 24 as he rolls around here. Just trying to make laps at this point and get back up. He is 20.5 seconds back from the leader. There's O'Brien in fourth, 10.5 seconds back. Daz in third, making his move around S2N Remy in the 12. 9.5 seconds back. 3.5 seconds back. Just over 3 seconds is Guntar. He is trying to make the best laps he can, try and catch this leader. We'll go along and ride along with Baron. Doesn't look like he has any lap traffic coming up in the future. Guntar can see him. That's a good sign for Guntar. But with having a 3.5 second back, he's not going to be able to catch the draft of him. But he is doing all he can to try and get back up there and battle for this win in the final event of the season. Daz is going to be our next leader coming up on some traffic here, as he has Muttley and Rita in front of him. Those guys are a lap apart, not battling for position. Rita in 7th, Muttley in 8th. In front of them we got Callie in 6th. She's a lap down. These guys are both 2 laps down. Muttley's 3 laps down. We'll see if Daz gets caught up with Muttley here, as this is the highest placed leader passing lap traffic at this point. We'll see if which way he chooses here to get around Muttley. Tries to go low on him. Muttley slides up. Not close enough to make the pass at this point. I'm sure he's letting Muttley know he's there. Looks like he got out of the gas. Man, might be falling back. I'm not sure what's going on with Daz here. He might be having a little bit of trouble. Yeah, caution is out. Caution is out. We missed that one. The whole pack is slowing down here as the caution was called. I did not see what happened there. That is going to be our 3rd caution of the event. Switch over and see what happened there. What happened? What happened there, guys? I missed that caution. Alright. Silver spun and Haas collected him. I gotcha. Okay. Looks like some good hard racing there. It's a heartbreaker for Haas as he hit the safer barrier there in a 3 and spun out. But him and Baron were having a hell of a run at it. And you didn't see that? What do you think happened there, Baron? Yeah. No, he hit the safer barrier going into 3, and he slid around and got stuck up in the fence. Yep, but now he's got another shot at it. It ain't over yet. Alright, I'm going to go back up into the booth here, guys. Good racing so far. We'll see what she can do here after our third caution of the event. Alright, back into it here as people are making their pit stops. Barron is out first, Guntar out second. Haas made it all the way up to third with that series of events. Has passed Daz and O'Brien. And Silver Bullet spun out and made contact with Haas, was the cause of that yellow. But now that Haas is back in it, he's got one car to get around and he can battle his teammate for the win here. Still not to halfway point in the event so far. Alright, we are getting back to it here, guys, as they come to the start-finish line, and we are green. Hossack pulling to the outside of Guntar, trying to make a move on this opening corner. Guntar's holding strong down low. Hossack building up that momentum to try and pass him down the back straightaway. Doesn't look like he's going to be close enough to do it. As he rolls down into 3 here and 4, Guntar's kind of in the way if he wants to get back past him. Guntar's holding a good line here, chasing Barron, trying to hold off Hossack. That is not a good place to be. Alright. Oh, Guntar hits the fence, gets caught up by Hossack. That is going to be another yellow flag condition, as Guntar just couldn't handle the pressure there. Racing for second, and he has crashed back into 5th spot. Caught Hossack, was involved in that one too. I believe that's the 4th caution of the event here before the halfway break. O'Brien moves up into 2nd spot, but Daz moving up into 3rd, as 2nd and 3rd crashed out during that incident. Alright, we got a couple of wave around cars here. I believe pits are going to open up. They might still be closed, as these wave around cars of Kelly trying to get back on the lead lap. That will bring him back into the race here, as Kelly gets this wave around with Rita. Muttley trying to get another lap back. Remy and Silver also trying to get laps back here. In the final event of the season, the Hall of Fame 400. Not sure why these guys aren't taking the wave around here. They haven't been ordered to. Looks like pits are going to open up here, and the wave around cars are going to roll. And these cars are all getting their lap back. Looks like the leaders might be pitting, might not be. Looks like they're all staying out. All the leaders are staying out here. Kelly's going to be back on lead lap along with Rita St. James. Alright, here we go again. These cars have made it out of the pits. Looks like the whole field is here, ready to get going again. A little bit of confusion in the back here. Silver sliding up. And the green flag is out. We are racing again here. Muttley into the fence. Rita catching the fence. Almost 3 wide there with Silver. As Silver and Muttley touch. Remy down on the inside. Silver in the fence. Coming back. Almost hitting Muttley. A little bit of ragtag action in the back here. We'll get back up to the leaders here. 6-car battle for the lead. 7 cars including Rita. We'll ride along with her. She is the last car on the lead lap. Rita's looking pretty strong here, trying to hold her own. She got lucky with some of those cautions, got her back on the lead lap. Back into contention to have a good finish here. She's racing behind Daz, getting better and better each lap. And we will see if she can catch up to them. Right along with Kelly back here. He's finally back on the lead lap. Making some quick work of these guys. As he rolls up just a little bit high through 1 and 2. It looks like the leader might have brushed the wall just a little bit there as he got high. And Hosek's trying to do what he can to get around O'Brien. O'Brien is kind of holding him up a little bit as Barron is pulling away. Hosek going low on O'Brien down the quad oval. Going low, trying to make that pass as he does. And he has got Baron von Stosch in his sights. And trying to get back into the lead here for the win as we are at the halfway point of this race. These guys are really battling hard. Kelly gets into the fence a little bit. Looks like Hosek got up into the fence too. That is going to hurt him as he slides back. Still maintaining his top 4 position. O'Brien gets into the fence. That is going to hurt him tremendously as he rolls back through the field here. Guntar is going to pass him. Guntar not having the best times. He must have got up into the fence too. Now Hosek has Kelly Vital between him and the lead. I'm going to try and make quick work of Kelly if he can. Hosek still looking very sporty here in the 24 car. Trying to hug that bottom and make his way around here. Kelly Vital, like I said, probably the 2nd fastest car in qualifying for sure. Maybe the fastest car in qualifying if he didn't have help. And as long as he doesn't make any mistakes, this is going to be a 3-car battle for the lead. And we'll see if he can do anything with the other 2 here. Hosek trying to get back up there as fast as he can. You know he wants that lead, likes being out front. Just doesn't have it at this point because of a little bit of misfortune he had about 20-30 laps ago. But he has made it back up into fighting position. Oh, Kelly hits the wall coming out of 4. That's going to cost him a lot of time, and Hosek's going to make the move down low. Run all the way to the bottom. Might have been too much of a dig for him. Oh, he almost slides up into Kelly. Kelly maintains 2nd position, and Hosek rolls back to the 3rd spot. All this is going on. All 3 of them are still pulling away from Daz, Guntar, and Rita, all about evenly separated here, as these front 3 are really trying to run away with it. We have a 3-car battle for the win halfway through the event. All of them taking kind of different lines through 1 and 2 here. Hossack's breathing down Callie's back bumper here, trying to make him make a mistake. Getting closer and closer, we're right in the cockpit of the Hossack's number 24 here. Turn everything off, kind of like we're riding with him here. Hossack's doing pretty good. Trying to get back into this lead. But as these guys are battling, Barron is starting to pull away just a little bit. Down low on Callie, trying to make that move. He might be able to pull it off going into turn 1 here. Slides around, Callie battles back. He gets very high, almost close to the wall. And now he's running down Barron. With a little bit of help from Callie pushing him, should be able to make quick work and get to the back bumper of Baron von Stosch here. We will see what he can do with him when he gets there. Right now it's Baron von Stosch, Hossack 24, and Callie Vital, your top 3. As we look at Hossack here, trying to get back into it, our 3-car battle for the lead. You can see the 4th and 5th place guys in the back of your camera view there. Daz holding a good spot, a 4th in front of Guntar there. Silver Bullet crashed up high. Everybody makes it around him. That was a close call for the leaders. As Silver's still up high, trying to let everybody pass him here as he rides around in the 10th spot. But here is our battle for the lead. 90 laps into the event. 3-car battle for it here as Hossack is trying to catch up to Barron. Probably doesn't want to battle too hard with him once he gets up there. Could have another incident like he had 30-40 laps ago here. As we talked to Barron, he really didn't know what happened to Hossack on that first event. Said he was battling with him and then he was gone. Still very close top 3. Either one of these drivers can get the win here in the Hall of Fame 400. As it looks like Hossack has caught Barron, but if they start battling, Callie Vital is right there to pounce also. I think this is going to be a good race once they start racing each other. They might just be kind of hanging out here, not wanting to get into each other or have an issue. See how this thing plays out. Oh, Hossack has his nose underneath Barron going into 3. Barron has the good run down the back straightaway as he has on the high side before. Those guys are battling for the lead again as Callie gets into the fence just a little bit. Off of 4, doesn't slow him down very much at all. He's still in that lead draft. And if these guys start battling at all, he's going to be right up in it again, as I believe they are going to start battling here in a second, as Hossack wants that lead again. Trying to get back out in front around his teammate of Baron von Stosch. The caution is out. Caution is out. That is our first caution of the second half of the race. And I'm not sure who is involved here. It might have been Silver Bullet again. We will get confirmation on what happened here. Alright, what happened there, Silver? You caused another one? Yep. Okay, Daz and Silver. There was quite a battle for the lead there going on. We didn't have our eyes on it, just wondering what happened there. That's the first caution of the second half, right? Alright, as Silver Bullet's making his way. Thanks for racing with us, Silver. We'll see you around, bud. Yep. Yep. Looks like Remy and Muttley are still 2 laps down here. 1 lap down. Going to make it back on the lead lap. Everybody should be on the lead lap at this time. 9 cars on the lead lap battling for it. I'm going to go back into the booth and hope Kip shows up at some point. Alright, we got confirmation there. That was Silver. He said he got down into the infield, crashed, slid up into the track, and Daz probably had nowhere to go as he hit him, causing that first caution of the second half. So there's 4 more cautions left on the board to end this race out here. As we are in lap 99 with 60 to go. All the leaders pulling down pit road here, trying to make their stops. We will ride along with Hossack and see if he can get the lead here in the pits. So his crew makes quick work of it, signs up as he gets back into it, shifting gears, does a hell of a burnout, and that's going to cost him big time there, as he is not able to get back around Baron von Stosch. As all 9 cars are back onto the lead lap, kind of re-rack the field. If I had to guess, I would say that Hossack is going to try and run down into turn 1 and get underneath Baron. Get back in the lead and try and set sail if he can. Baron's definitely going to fight him for it. We should have a good battle here. As Kelly is right there too. Should be a good battle for the race lead here as we roll into lap 100 of this 163 lap event. 63 laps left in the race. As we re-rack the field, looks like everybody has caught up as the flagman's got flag in hand and green's in the air. Green, green, green. There's Hossack making the run up high, trying to get that momentum. Going to do the crossover move if he can here. Can't make it stick. Can't go underneath Baron. Baron maintains the lead. As Callie looks low on Hossack, trying to make a run down the back straightaway. Callie might have something for him here as he moves into 2nd spot. Behind Baron von Stosch. Kelly actually slides way too low and gets into the grass, slips and slides, smashes himself into the wall. We have contact. There is another caution. Kelly is going flipping through the air. Bad break for the driver out of California. As Muttley was in the pits, making his stop. That's a good thing for Muttley there. Get back, fill it up, but he did lose a lap in the pits, so Muttley is back 1 lap down. He's eligible for the wave round though, if he doesn't get lapped again before he gets out of the pits. We'll see how close he is here to making it off of pit road. Looks like he probably will make it off of pit road in front of our leader Baron von Stosch. It's going to be close, but Muttley is going to make it and will be eligible for the wave around, as they did complete more than 1 lap. Pits are going to open here. All those people that took the wave around last time will be eligible to make their pit stop and be back on the same page with everybody else. I am not so sure that these leaders might not make their final pit stop right now. Fill these tanks up all the way, pack them full, and try and make it all the way till the end. Believe they could all make it to the end from here. Tough break for Kelly Vitale. He might try and stay out and get some track position back that he lost just there. Looks like our top 5 stayed out. We'll see if Muttley gets back up here and tries to make his wave around attempt. Top 5 are Barron, Haas, Guntar, Daz, and O'Brien. Muttley is on lead lap, so he did not lose a lap there. I believe he did take the wave around. Everybody's still on the lead lap. Everybody's back on the same page here as fuel strategy wise. The whole pack is together again, and they are ready to go green. We're going to ride along with Daz on this restart in the chase cam, and we'll see if he can get back up into it in that Western radiator machine. Green flag is out. He has to lift just a little bit as to not get into Guntar. And he slides sideways, gets hit. And that's going to be another caution. Cautions, breeding cautions here in the SCL. Cautions, breeding cautions here. That might be our third, I believe. Third caution in the first half. Second or third. All cars currently on the lead lap. They did not make a lap. They are not all back, so they're going to go around one more time. Pits will remain closed with no wave arounds. There isn't anybody to take the wave arounds. There's your whole field in one view right there, as they all attempt to get back into the race. Green flag is back out. Kelly slides and spins again. Might have got involved with somebody else there, but I believe that was Solo. As your top drivers are still racing, we are still green here. O'Brien getting sideways. Looks like the track has gotten very slick out there as these guys are slipping and sliding around. As Guntar makes a move for second underneath Hossack and does it. Pulls out to the lead. Oh, Guntar slides up into the wall, gets into it, and that is going to hurt his position here as we welcome Kip's hauling ass into the booth. How we doing, Kips? Little bit of an echo onto your microphone there, Kips. Alright, Baron von Stosch is still trying to pull away from Hossack here as the laps wind down in this final race of the season. We'll see if Hossack can get back to it here. We'll see what he can do. Guntar is still in the draft after hitting that wall. He hits the wall again. And that is probably going to lose the draft for him as O'Brien is sneaking up to him to try and take that third spot. Still got a big echo in your mic there, Kip. Alright, Hossack's trying to make a move on Baron von Stosch. Could not pull it off here as the laps wind down. 50 to go at the line. I know Hossack wants that lead. Baron's been leading a lot of it tonight. Hossack's finally made it back up to his back bumper and gonna try and attempt to make the move on him here. Yeah, there's a lot of echo in the room as soon as you got in here, even with your mic being muted. I don't know what that's all about. Yep, Haas trying to make a move back at it here. He missed a little bit here. Him and Baron were battling really hard. Switching positions almost every lap, and Hossack got up into the safer barrier going into 3. Spun out all by himself and went all the way back to 7th place. He's finally made himself back up to the lead. And they're having a good battle again for it. Yeah, and Baron goes back into the lead. Hossack on the outside here trying to make the crossovers. Baron slides low and slides up into Hossack a little bit. Hossack pulls down low but nothing for him as they get together and they hit. There's a wreck. The leaders are wrecking. And Guntar is going to pull into the lead as the caution comes out. Another bad break for Hossack, 24, as he rolls all the way back to 8th position with Baron von Stosch maintaining the 2nd spot here. The leaders getting together here on lap 114. That was crazy, wasn't it, Kip? Yep, that's all it takes. They got together, stuck together, went down to the inside wall. Hossack went flipping. Baron actually stayed on his wheels there and got to maintain 2nd spot. Guntar passed both of them. As pits are open here. I believe this is either the 3rd or the 4th caution in the second half. I'm not 100% sure. Could be the 4th. 5 in the second half. About 40 laps to go here. Looks like all the leaders are coming in to make their final pit stop of the day. We'll see if they make it into their pit stall. Looks like Baron was rolling in a little slow into his pit stall trying to make it. Yeah, Remy overshot his too. Guntar's rolling, maintaining the lead. Good for him. Looks like Callie has rolled around the outside of a lot of these people and made it back up into 3rd spot. Again, Hossack kind of stepped on his own foot there. Did not even beat O'Brien out of the pits, as he is still going to be in 8th spot on this restart. Long way back. He's going to need another caution. He didn't beat O'Brien out of the pits. I think O'Brien might be giving it to him. I'm not sure here. He might have thought it was too close to call, but what did it look like to you, Kip? Did you see that? Yeah, it looked like O'Brien was... Yeah, it looked like O'Brien was a little bit further ahead of him, but obviously they don't think so. As they're getting all lined up here, ready to make the restart again here. We'll see what happens here at the end of the race. Flagman's got it in hand, and green flag as Guntar pulls out into the lead here. Barron second, Callie third, Rita holding down fourth spot. She swings wide, and Daz is on her back bumper. Guntar goes all the way down to the bottom. Barron's getting that run off of the back straightaway on the high side with the momentum, and he is taking the lead back from Guntar as Rita hits the fence just a little bit there. Starts sliding around. Callie looks like he's chomping at the bit to get into the lead here. Callie's got a very fast car. That Dynamo car is going down low, trying to make it into one, taking the lead. And they touch. Whoa. Barron just gets barely up into the fence there. We have a new leader with Callie Vitale on the 27. Kind of slid down low, slid up into him. And got the lead there. I'm going to ignore that. Guntar back into second spot, got around Barron as he got stuck up into the fence just a little bit, slowed his momentum. Those two are leading. We're going to take a look, see where Hossack is as he gets under Rita St. James. Can see those leaders as Daz gets into the wall in front of him. He's going to make quick work of Daz here and get back into fourth spot. He is over a second behind these guys, just out of the range of the draft, but if anybody can break that draft, it's going to be Hossack as he tries to get back up into the lead and regain his rightful position at the front of the pack here. But right now, Callie is starting to pull away a little bit on Guntar. Guntar might be holding up Barron just a little bit as Barron tries to get back up into the lead. That is your top four: Callie, Guntar, Barron, and Hossack. Daz is actually holding pretty strong behind Hossack here. See if he can follow Hossack up through this and they can both catch the lead pack and make a battle of it here. Hossack's got that signature below the apron line into one. Looks like Barron's making a move on Guntar going into three. We'll see if Guntar knows he's there. He does. Guntar gives him room. I don't know if Barron can do anything with him as Guntar is going to have the momentum off of the corner if he doesn't hit the wall. Guntar stays in the second spot, pulls back down in front of Barron going into one. Ooh, Barron gets sideways as he's been every lap going into one. Hard battle. These guys are battling for second, and Callie is starting to pull away with it. He is emerging as a contender for the win here in the Hall of Fame 400. Oh, Guntar up under the fence. Barron avoiding it. Nothing he can really do. Didn't gain anything on the situation. But the big gainer on that is Hossack 24 as he is reeled in second and third place. As Callie is just trying to run the best laps he can here and stay out in front. The rest of the pack looks like they're pretty well separated. Probably won't have any issues from them for a little bit. Hossack's just calculating back here, trying to figure out what he's going to do with these guys. As Barron gets sideways again, going into one. I think all of them have enough fuel here to go to the finish line. It's not going to be a fuel race. Tires are out of it, and it looks like it's going to be a flat-out race for the win here as Callie is pulling away. That's got to make you proud, doesn't it, Kip? Yeah, he's kind of been his own worst enemy a little bit today. Callie's been up into the fence quite a few times, but right now he is holding the pretty wheel and making good laps as Barron slides high. He lagged pretty well there. Yeah, that was a big lag from Barron. It made him lose a position as Hossack got around him in that lag. Wasn't even lifting. Hossack wasn't scared. He must have got up into the wall. Yeah, as we have issues like that, let's talk a little bit about iRacing. Speaking of these weird issues you have on these PlayStation servers, let's talk a little bit about how strong the iRacing server is as we roll into our next phase of the SCL, Kip. They have some really good servers over there, and little lag issues like that aren't an issue, are they? But it seems like the racing's a lot closer. You get into a fixed room on iRacing, and it really comes down to the driver, where even here, you do have the factor of tire pressures working into it. But it seems like controller settings and tire pressures play way more of a factor here, and it really isn't a super close race. As you see, you know, there's 4 drivers that are top of the field in this race, where if this was an iRacing race, everybody would be right up there battling for the win. Yeah, the iRacing gives you an I rating, and it just teaches you how to race clean, because you get penalized, you'll get demoted if you start causing wrecks and causing issues. So it just teaches everybody to be cleaner, and it makes for better racing, as Barron's just lagged out of the event. Yeah, he stopped on the track right there, and he's about to get there he goes. Now we are on 131 of the 162, so coming up to 30 laps left in this event. He's still quite a bit behind Hossack, as we have kind of a stationary camera here as we were following following Barron when he disconnected. We can kind of sit on the exit of turn 4 here and watch the whole field roll by. And there goes, yep, there's the leader as he goes by. And we'll run this for one more lap, as you can kind of get a feel where everybody is on the track. There is 4th place O'Brien, Daz, and Remy all racing for it, Rita and Muttley. We'll go back to the lead here, as Hossack is trying to run down Callie Vitale and try and get back into the lead of this thing and win this thing. He's had, both of these cars have had some issues getting into the fence, and really Barron's had a little bit of an issues too. Guntar's had his issues. Everybody's had some issues with the track here, slipping and sliding around, getting into the wall and such. As, oh, Kelly gets so close to the wall. He's actually in it. He's in it. He's in it. Yep, he is in it. And Hossack retakes the lead, as Callie's going to try and run him down, and we'll see if he can here. But right now, Hossack is out front, and that's not a good sign for the rest of the pack. Guntar's hanging strong in 3rd. We have a really good battle here, as 3 cars are emerging after Baron von Stoss has blown his motor. Kelly in the fence again. He cannot stay out of it in that high line. Yep, I think the wheel is starting to prove a prevalence here, as Hossack has got out in front. He is in that clean air now. And if I was a betting man, I'd say he's going to run away with it, Kip. And he's had issues himself getting into the fence by himself today too, so he can be his own worst enemy here as we roll into the final laps. Kelly's flirting with disaster again in the high line, but he's not afraid of it. Yep, all four wheels below the apron there. He was even further than that when he was trying to pass Bear, and he had like 4 car widths down there.
How do you get this up? Just push it in.
We'll take a look at Guntar's car here, the Brewster Mobile. Orange and white for Green Mountain Enterprises. Hossack's getting high through the corner. They all running that high line, getting that run off of the wall like Kip alluded to earlier. And Hossack's looking very good in that 24 throwback scheme. He won the first race on Project Cars 2 for the SCL, first official race at Daytona in that car, and went on to win the championship that season. But he's looking good here as we wind it down, Kip, with 12 laps to go. It's going to be hard pressed. Yeah, what you see is what you get. It looks like it's going to be hard pressed for Guntar to get up there, but stranger things have happened. We'll go ahead and ride along. Yeah, Barron was leading the whole race, had a really good shot at it. Him and... yeah. He started to fall back there before he blew up his motor. I guess it was starting to run bad. But Kelly really had a big heartbreak too, as he's been leading this thing at the end, and now is kind of out of the draft almost. So he's 1.2 seconds back from that leader. He's still in Guntar's draft, but he's got a long way to go to try and catch Hossack, and it looks like it might be insurmountable here, coming to 10 laps to go. Hossack's got a very good lead. We're going to look at 4th place here. O'Brien almost 10 seconds back from the leader. Kind of fall back. The best of the rest, as we might call it. Him and Daz can still see each other. Remy can still see Daz, but he has the lap down car of Muttley in between him. And Rita's kind of rolling back there behind S2N Remy as well. Oh, Guntar gets into the fence. He has slid up into one, and he has gotten up into the fence, and he loses that second position, slides all the way down across the track, loses control, spins out. And that's going to end his day right there, as O'Brien passes him, and Daz is going to do it too. And S2N Remy is not going to be able to pass him, I don't think, as he gets back up to speed. That is a really tough break for the Green Mountain competitor, as Kelly has even more of a gap between him and the car in front of him now. And yep, which has screwed him up in the past. He had a very good qualifying lap, Callie did. I think it was by himself, and he was right there in the 28-second bracket with Hossack. So if anybody can catch Hossack, it's going to be Callie Vitale, as he tries to roll up and get into that draft. But he is 1.6 seconds back, and that's just too far back to catch draft, isn't it, Kip? But the problem is, Hossack really doesn't make that many mistakes. There's nice and clean air.
What?
Yep, and even the littlest mistake is going to cost you time. So we have 5 laps to go here. Hossack's out front, looking good. I mean, it looks like nothing else happens here. He is going to pull off the victory here in the SCL Hall of Fame 400. I gotta believe that's a future Hall of Famer ourselves we're looking at right there. Yep, Kip's just kind of running every race, being consistent as he can, not really setting the world on fire, but coming home with a 3rd place finish. That's a good points day for you, Kip, finishing 3rd in the championship. Congratulations on that. But the way Barron's been running this season, you did a hell of a job to beat him in the championship. Yeah. Oh yeah, by far. He has the worst engine program out there. So a couple of those Apex guys really having some issues with connections this season, where they would all been up there probably for 1, 2, 3 for the championship. All right, Kip, the flagman's got the white flag in hand here. Or no, we got 10 laps to go still, don't we? Yeah, I miscalculated. I think it's 163 laps, so we got 10 to go at the line. It's going to be a no more waiver on situation. 10 laps to go. Behind Kelly, that is... I think it's it might not be O'Brien. That is Motley, yep. That's Motley in the 51 car, tailing Callie. O'Brien's over 10 seconds back of Callie. And with 10 laps to go here, Hossack's pulling away from him. Over a 2 seconds lead. I got myself out of my rookie probation there, Kip. 3 days. Getting a little bit of credit as I got my D license over there in iRacing. A lot more of a community over there, Kip. I mean, you can get on iRacing and you can race a race whenever you want. Yep. I get up sometimes at 4 o'clock in the morning and there's races I can race in, you know? So, I mean, any time of the day you want to get on there, you can compete. You know I hate to practice or test, so like racing's the way I practice and test, so I can really get some good practice in over there because there's always a race to be raced. Yep, you see somebody roll into your room with a C or a B or an A rating, I mean, that gives them respect right off the bat, and you know that they're good drivers. You have to be a good driver to run up through the ranks in that game. Alright, about 5 laps to go here for Hossack at the line. It's going to be no more yellows, so nobody's going to have a chance to catch him. So, I'm going to say this is probably Hossack's race to lose here. Definitely. And I don't see him doing it. What do you see, Kip? That's it, people. Even a blind man can see that. Hossack's looking good here. Callie looks like he's going to come home in second place. He's got that pretty much well wrapped up. That's a good run for Callie in the Dana Moore Mobile. They put a lap on Rita. She is probably going to finish first car 1 lap down our newly inducted Hall of Fame member, Rita St. James.
Dog food stinks. It's supposed to stink because it's dog. Oh my god, it's so awful. It's dog food. It's supposed to stink.
Well, what do you see here, Kip? Yeah, I can't wait to make our transition over there. Looks like probably... Oh! Hossack got up into the fence a little bit there.
Alright.
Yep. Yep. White flag is out. Yeah, like we said, Kip, a lot of people over here on the console and PS4 are kind of stuck in that infrastructure and might not be on board with what's going on with the SCL next season as we roll over to the PC and iRacing, but I think it's a very bright future for us over there, even brighter than what we had over here at one point. I mean, we've turned away 10, 15 people from races over here, and I think it's just going to be much more appreciated over there, and there's going to be a lot more people, and it's going to take a little bit of time to build it up. Checkered flag is out for Hossack. He wins it. Yep. But going to be a good, clean racing over there with the competitors really minding their business. So Brian comes across third, Guntar fourth, Daz fifth, as those guys were all battling out there for the end. S2N Remy crosses the finish line in sixth. We're going to roll back in and into the game chat here and get some post-race interviews going here. All right, Hossack 24 getting the win. What did you do to pull that off there, Hossack? It looked for a little bit there like you might have a big road to hoe, but you were kind of lucky that Barron fell out of it there and Callie got up into the wall, so you ran away with it. Good job, bud.
Thanks.
That's all you got to say?
Yeah, just kind of wore out with that, honestly.
Hey, I mentioned that right at the end. 163 laps to stay focused is a lot of time.
It is when you're chasing these guys. Everybody was pretty equal there, so with my tire pressures, they take a few laps to come in, so people would get runs on me and pass me the first few laps, and then I would reel them back in and be the fastest car.
What happened there about halfway through the race when you got up into the wall going into three? That must have really been a damper on you, and you were probably kicking yourself about that, weren't you? The safer barrier jumped out on you.
Yeah, it did. Basically, we were coming down the back stretch, and I was faking inside on Barron and came back up, and I got a little bit too high and hit the safer barrier and spun me down.
You got to feel bad about Barron falling out of this thing. He was your closest competition. It looked like him and Callie.
Yeah, he had he adjusted his pressures a little bit so he could have a little bit of a longer run car than what he's had in the past. So yeah, he was really competitive, and we were battling a little bit.
So last race on the SCL on the console and PS4 and Project Cars 2. How do you feel about winning the final race of the season and the final race here on the console?
Feels pretty good to always win the last race of the season.
Yep, you did a hell of a job tonight. Like you said, there was a lot of cars that could have won this thing. Probably about 5 of you that had a chance at it. And a hell of a race. Good race to watch. Nobody really ran away with it. It was good close racing. Callie Cash finishes second. What do you think about that race there, Cal? You did a hell of a job too.
I'll be Mr. Second because I feel like that's like my 10th in the 4 seasons I've ran.
You did good there, but you were kind of your own worst enemy there in Dirty Air.
Yeah, I haven't raced since Watkins Glen, and it's the first time I ran this track this season, so I'm not mad.
Second's pretty good then. You gotta hate it for Barron too, who fell out of it there. He was, you guys were all running for the
Tough
win there.
break there. He blew a motor.
Yeah.
What'd that look like on your screen, Hoss, when he was in front of you? And then he was 3 lengths behind you.
Well, basically, we entered 3 and he disappeared, and I didn't know where he was. I assumed he was still in front of me, so I backed up a little bit, and then he reappeared and he was behind me.
That was crazy.
We would get a third place interview here with O'Brien, but that ain't gonna happen with his hardware issues this year. Guntar, you finished 4th. How did you do? Good run for you in that Green Mountain Enterprises final ride in it.
Yeah, I mean, the car felt real good all the way through, start to finish. Real good on the short runs. Kind of flat line midway through the run, and it came alive at the end. That was my own worst enemy, though, at the end of the day. But that really screwed us.
Yeah, you look good. Had a good run. Hell of a way to close out the season, though. They knew you were here today. Daz, you got your 5th place, rounding out the top 5. How'd you do today?
I'll take that with in this company. So yeah, enjoyed that race. The car was rubbish early stint, but it got better and better. So I was happy with that.
Yep, nice job to all the competitors. Really good race to watch here. That's going to be a good one on the channel for a while here as our final race.
Good
here
seeing all of you. Hope to see you again another day.
Yep, thanks for racing with you. It's really been a pleasure. All those people that aren't moving over to iRacing with us, we're going to miss you dearly.
Gonna miss you too, guys.
Yeah, indeed.
We still got Lamar to do.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks, Remy. Good luck to you and Rita in your new endeavors there. And Guntar, who's going to run over with you, and a lot of these guys that are still going to be racing console. Hope you guys have a good season. Get some more new members in your league. You're going to have to do what we did, kind of run some public lobbies and gain interest. But I'm sure you guys know what you're doing. I've set down kind of a good... You've seen what we've done over here for 10 years, so I don't have any issues with you going and doing what you do.
Yeah, thanks, JB.
And we'll see you over in
JB.
in iRacing.
Yeah. Hoss, your full feed is on the second YouTube channel.
Yeah, you probably don't want to watch that.
Oh, no, it's the whole car. It's pretty cool. Oh, cool.
All right,
And
we're
Rita,
gonna.
congrats again on the Hall of Fame.
Yep, Rita, good job.
Thank you very much.
We're
Thank you,
gonna
gentlemen.
call it quits here and close out our race coverage of the SCL Hall of Fame 400. We put on a good race, and thanks for all 10 years of being in the league, and this is kind of the culmination of it as we close this door. as Rock said, walk through the Hall of Fame and open another one here. Beginning of the year. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah, nice
Yeah,
one,
guys.
everybody.
Thanks for racing. I'm off to bed.
Yeah, cheers, guys. Take it easy.